Alright guys, Joe here with Lange Motors. Just wanted to do a review of my new truck, 2017 Ford F-250 Platinum crew cab short bed. Not 100% sure how high the lift is, but as you can tell, this thing is beautiful. I love it. Has so much, it just has so much attention whenever you drive it, park it anywhere. I've only been to a couple places with it so far, but the attention to detail on these guys that built it is phenomenal. And a little bit of a sneak peek right there for what's to come up next. These are 30 by 16s. Those are the rims, TIS forged. And then we've got 44, 16, 50, 30 for the tires. Got a rather large lift here, so I'm 6'6". As you can see here, this is probably about 7 foot to the bottom of the mirror. This thing is up here. Total height of the truck is 9 foot. It's a little bit of adjustment on the suspension. To go any lower, you kind of have to change out the coil springs, the coils, the Kings. The front one here, it looks to be about 4 inches of adjustment higher or lower up in the front. And then the rear is pretty much bottomed out in the back. So for me to lower it, it's gonna have to require some new coilovers. So until then, it's staying at a extreme height, which I love. It's just such a, I don't know, showstopper. I love it. So anyway, factory motor for the most part, has relatively low miles, 22,000 miles on this. I think it'd be pretty cool to actually do a review on how one of these trucks drive. So like I said, I'm 6'6". And that step, I've got a 34-inch inseam, and that step almost comes up to my waist. Most people have a really hard time getting in here. They have to use a tire to get in. So what I usually do is I throw my right foot up, put my hand on the steering wheel, and I'm up. So we're here. Let's go ahead and get this backwards for us. Hopefully you can see me. Let's go around the block real quick. Hopefully you like my Volkswagen shirt. I had a Vanagon, 81 Vanagon last year of the air-cooled Vanagons. I think we got it. Here, let me go ahead and move it. All right. Looks a lot better. So yeah, that was the last year of the air-cooled Vanagons. That thing was pretty sweet. Really enjoyed it. Did some camping out of it. Didn't really trust it to go out of state with. I'll be doing a review on my other RV that I purchased in replacement for the Vanagon. So obviously the 2017 models have, Platinum models have cameras all throughout. There's a quick button you could pop up on the dash here in order to pull up the cameras, and you can change through the settings and whatnot. But anyhow, just wanted to kind of show a video of how the truck drives. Kind of give you a demonstration a little bit. The steering wheel is a little bit crooked. The steering wheel is a little bit crooked. I do have to get it aligned and the wheels balanced. It's kind of hard to find someone to balance these. I've got 2 places that I've got lined up to bring it so I can get it balanced. So right now this is as is. This is the way I got it. 35, 45, somewhere around that range. It has a little bit of a wheel shimmy. I will demonstrate that. The truck is 9 feet tall, like I said, and it dry steers pretty good for having 44s. I would say it dry steers is about as good as my 7.3 with brand new everything. I'm not joking, everything. Hydro boost, lines, everything. 2016 steering box. It dry steers about as good as that. Has a little bit of a hydraulic noise whenever you do it, but it still has a pretty damn good strong steering with how high it is. And one other last note, rim outside lip to rim outside lip is 102 inches, which is the max width for a vehicle on the road. So my little road right here isn't the best for this truck. These lanes are a little bit more narrow than usual. Like for example, right now I am on the white line and I am also on the yellow line. There is no give at all. So when I go down this road, I'm either in the middle of the lane or I'm going really slow. Because if there's a dually or another guy pulling a trailer, this road, not the best for either of us. His trailer hits my rim, bad day for both of us. That's a big problem. It's pretty funny seeing the people drive by. Hang on. It's pretty funny seeing the people drive by, and they usually get all the way over to the left, the white line, because they can clearly see this monster truck coming down the road. My road's a little bumpy, but believe it or not, this thing, as far as the suspension goes, still rides a little softer than my 2002 Leaf Spring with Fox shocks. It's definitely still softer. But it's honestly not that bad. So if you stay in this range, the truck's going to constantly do it. Like I said, I'm going to give two shops the chance to get it fixed, and hopefully they can get it dialed in for me. This is a ram mount, suction cup mount on the windshield that's holding the camera right now. So there's some vibrations from the tires that's going to be showing in the video quality. And right about here is where that wobble comes in for the steering. As you can see in the video, it's starting to show. That usually rides around in old body styles with boggers, and he goes, "Oh man, that's not bad." And I'm like, "Dude, that's not to my standards, but I guess I see what you're saying." Definitely not to my standards, but it could always be better. I do plan on daily driving this. For the most part, I do have my other 0273 I can daily drive. If I need to go to the drive-through, it sometimes fits my other truck. This one's a no-go. I have to take my other truck if it's a drive-through, especially the bank. Haven't had to use this to go to the bank, but you know how it can be. Speedometer's obviously off. I believe it's about 10 to 15% off. So that does reflect in the speedometer. At the moment, there is some issues with the ABS system. Basically, the front right ABS sensor is not reading properly. up the windows so you can hear me a little better. Road noise isn't that bad either. This thing is obviously a Platinum and has a lot of insulation. So one thing I did want to make sure you guys are aware of is that when you have a truck this high, the center weight, weight of like the gravity, whatever the freaking call it, the center of gravity, God, brain fart. The center of gravity is a lot higher, and I found that out real quick whenever I was on my way home. I went to hop on the interstate, and I hit the ramp just a little bit too hard, and I tell you, I got scared pretty quick. It wasn't raining, nothing like that, but I did get pretty scared. Truck's it drove so good that I forgot how tall it was, even though when you pass semi-trucks, you're looking at them, like literally this truck is at their height, if not even higher. So that's something that does need to be taken into consideration. I'm sure you guys are well aware of all the features of the Platinum vehicles, or the Platinum trucks. Waiting for this guy to go ahead and pull forward. Like I said, I need to get a sorry about your neck sticker for the truck. It is, I swear to you, over the exhaust, I've heard hundreds of necks snap whenever I'm driving by. Brandon Ford, just for example, and as you can hear that? It's a little bit of a hydraulic noise coming from the power steering pump, but other than that, seems to do a pretty damn good job of steering this monster. There's no hydraulic assist or anything like that, so it's factory with dual steering stabilizers. So it's pushing through quite a bit of resistance, and it's still doing a pretty kick-ass job. Yeah, ABS light is on because the front right wheel speed sensor isn't reading correctly. I do have to correct that. So there already is some subsequent issues. Traction control, ABS, blah, blah, blah. The truck doesn't know how fast it's going on the front right side. So I do have to address that, either fix the wheel bearing or put a new ABS sensor, or the plug or the wires pulled out of it, whatever it may be. I do have to address that. Other than that, guys, it's pretty much a factory Platinum up top. It does have some aftermarket speakers. I'm actually pretty happy with how the stock system sounds. I'm going to be looking into getting a custom subwoofer box made, or I might make it myself, depending on what kind of things I want to tackle. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can tell, power's good. This thing boogies. This thing hauls ass. Man, I'm on the car's ass already. And there's that wheel wobble. So yeah, the game plan is get the wheels balanced. After that, go ahead and get this thing aligned. Should be tremendously different. It does have 3-inch wheel spacers, so I don't have the best hopes in the world for getting it perfect, but it would be nice. Other than that, guys, yeah, we're right in the sweet spot. She's shaking. Other than that, guys, this is pretty much it. Any questions or anything like that, anything I could show you or help you with, by all means, drop it down in the comments section, and peace out, guys.